Hello dear friends, and welcome to Yoga with Rachel. In today's class, we explore postures and movements that can strengthen and balance the root chakra. This is a grounding yoga flow intended to help us feel connected, secure, and rooted in place. If you have, feel free to bring along 2 yoga blocks with you or 2 similar sized items to this practice. And if those are not available, it is all good. All that you truly need is you. Let's get started. We begin our practice together, lying on our backs. When you arrive there, place the soles of your feet on the mat with the knees pointing towards the sky. Feet are roughly hip distance apart. Place both hands on your belly. I invite you to close your eyes. Let's take 3 loving breath cycles together. Breathe in through the nose, and then a slow exhale out through the mouth with pursed lips, as if you're blowing out a candle. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Before we get moving, let's just spend a moment exploring our understanding of the root chakra. The root chakra resides at the base of our spine, so this includes our pelvis, legs, and feet. This is the first chakra. The root chakra holds up the rest of the chakra systems. The element is earth. Root chakra relates to our basic needs being met. This includes a sense of safety, security, belonging, as well as our relationship with the physical world. When the root chakra is balanced, we feel grounded, connected, rooted, relaxed, and calm. If there is an imbalance, we may feel anxious, fearful, or even disconnected. The tools of yoga can help balance the root chakra to help us feel safe, at ease, and connected. This can be especially useful during times of uncertainty. One final comment. The root chakra is related to the color red. I invite you to visualize a red ball of light at the base of the spine as we flow here today. Perhaps you explore sending your breath down there. Explore, stay curious, and observe how you feel. Let's explore our connection to the ground beneath us with some pelvic tilting. Right now, our low back may be lifted away from the ground. Let's rock our pelvis forward, rocking the hip points towards the face, feeling the low back connect with the earth. Let's lift our low back now away from the earth, pressing into the tailbone, the base of our spine, a little more. And then rocking the pelvis forward once again, the low back connects to the earth. Continue this action a few more times, noticing how you feel when you are fully connected to the earth versus how you feel when the low back is no longer connected to the ground beneath you. Once you have done a few rounds, rock your pelvis forward to stamp your low back into the earth. Hands and arms rest at your sides. Move the fingers a little bit closer towards the heels. On your next breath in, send your hips to the sky, reaching the shins forward, pressing into all that is touching the earth, keeping our bridge nice and low today. I invite you to visualize that red ball at the base of our spine. Maybe you play around with sending your breath in that direction. Breathe out to slowly lower down, feeling each vertebrae connect to the earth at a time. Breathe in to send the hips to the sky. Consider ways in which you can feel more stable in this posture. Maybe you play around with pressing the fingertips into the earth, feet and toes firmly rooted in place, feeling the muscles of the legs turn on. Exhale to lower. Breathe in to lift. Exhale to lower. Hug your right knee in towards your chest. Drape your right ankle across your left thigh. Breathe in. And then on the breath out, lift your left foot away from the earth. Bring your left shin parallel to the sky and then flex through both of your feet. This stretch may feel really yummy in that right hip. For more support in this posture, feel free to interlace your hands around your left hamstring. Let's hang out here for 3 breath cycles. All right, release and lower both feet to the earth. Hug your left knee in and drape the left ankle over the right thigh. Breathe in, and then breathe out to lift the right foot off of the earth. Right shin is parallel to the sky. Explore an option that works best for you here, and perhaps you notice how the left hip feels. 3 breath cycles. Release both feet to the mat. Now hug both knees in. Arms wrap around your shins and find a gentle rock from side to side. Sometimes a loving hug, such as this one, can leave us feeling safe and at ease. It is okay if that does not resonate with you, my dear friend. Just explore and keep an open mind. Now let's rock over to one side. Knees fall to one side, coming through a fetal position, using your top hand to help prop you up. We eventually make our way to a seated position on our mat. When you are there, I invite you to find a cross-legged seat. To help us explore this lovely connection to the earth, move the fleshy parts of your bum off to the side using your hands. Really feeling the base of our spine, the root chakra, connect with the ground beneath us. Notice how the outer edges of our feet root down into the earth. Find length through the spine, activating the muscles of the pelvic region to help us grow taller. Loop the shoulders. Find some gentle movement with the neck. And once you feel grounded, I invite you to find stillness. Place your right hand in front of you at the base of your spine, at the area of the root chakra, and then place the left hand on top. I invite you to close your eyes or soften the gaze, looking directly past your nose and then to the floor. When we breathe in, I invite you to send your breath down to where your hands are. Perhaps visualizing the red ball light up as the breath connects with the root chakra. Breathe out, sending the breath in the opposite direction. Breathe in, perhaps using that same visual, and then breathe out. Breathe in. This time, retain the breath for a moment, and then breathe on out. Open up your eyes if they were closed. Release your hands to the earth. Now bring the soles of your feet together, and then the knees will fall open. Feel free to place 2 yoga blocks or 2 items under the knees for support. Place your hands on your ankles. Breathe in through your nose, and perhaps on the exhale, releasing a little bit deeper into the stretch, grounding down through the legs, opening up through the hips. Perhaps you play around with moving the legs up and down, finding some organic movement. And then find some stillness. Let's give our feet a little TLC. Take your thumbs and begin to massage your right foot, including those toes. Our feet are a core component of the root chakra, so it is so important to nurture this area of the body, especially because we will be transitioning into some standing postures where we will explore our foot to earth connection. All right, now massage the left foot. Take your time with this. Enjoy this time that you have carved out for yourself. All right, my darling friends, close the legs, cross the ankles, and let's make our way to all fours. Wrists are stacked underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips. Grip the mat with your fingers and press the tops of your feet into the earth, establishing a strong base and a beautiful connection. On our next breath in, reach the tailbone up towards the sky, the base of our spine reaching, belly drops closer towards the earth, chest opens, look forward. Exhale, starting with the tailbone, tuck it under, slowly rounding through the spine, dropping the chin towards the chest. 2 more rounds. Breathe in, cow pose, and then breathe out to cat pose. Breathe in and out. Breathe in to find a neutral spine. Drop the elbows to where the hands were. Interlace your fingers. Step the right foot back and then the left foot. Forearm plank. If the bum is sticking up towards the sky, lower the bum down until you can feel some amazing work happening in the core. This is a fantastic pose for building strength in the whole body, including the base of the spine. We are here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower onto your belly for a breath cycle. Slide your hands so that way they are in line with the rib cage. With the toes curled under, press into your foundation as we rise up into a plank. Breathe in, and then exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Reach your tailbone towards the sky. For some more space, feel free to walk your hands to the long edges of the mat, and the same goes for your feet. There's an option to pedal out the feet, rocking the hips from side to side. As we explore this posture, I invite you to visualize sending breath from the fingertips to the base of the spine. And then visualize the breath flowing back towards the fingertips. Notice if this changes how this shape feels for you. Let's find stillness. Begin to walk towards the top edge of your mat. We meet together in a forward fold. I invite you to bend your knees, fingertips resting on the earth. While we are here, imagine any stress or tension washing off of the back body, perhaps starting at the tailbone and then trickling all the way down to the fingertips. Paying very close attention to each inhale and exhale. Maybe the thoughts in our mind begin to slow down. Our thoughts may begin to feel more like a ripple in a pond than a wave pool. And it is okay if that does not resonate with you. Again, there's always this invitation to explore. Breathe in, breathe out. Let's slowly roll up through the spine. Once you are there, walk your feet under the hips if they are not already there. Just take a moment to notice where the weight is being placed in the feet. Perhaps in the heels, the edges, or the tops of the feet. Maybe we play around with lifting our toes away from the earth, spreading the toes, and then trying our best to lower one toe down to the earth at a time. Play around with this foot to earth connection. The feet are a core component of our base, our foundation. Interlace your fingers out in front. Begin to ground down through your feet. On the next breath in, send the hands forward and then to the sky, palms reaching towards the sky. Exhale to tilt to the right side, side body stretch. Let's do our best to press into both feet evenly, especially that left foot. Breathe in, and then exhale to come back to center. Breathe in to reach and lengthen. Exhale to tilt to the left, feeling that lovely side body stretch. Again, rooting down through both feet to feel that lovely connection to the earth. Breathe in, and then exhale to come back to center. Breathe in, and exhale to break free, allowing the hands to float back down to the sides. Step the right foot back, finding a wide stance, and then pivot on the back foot. Toes point in, heel points out. Begin to sink into the front leg. Knee is in line with the ankle. Grow tall through the spine. all the way from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. Breathe in, and then breathe out to send the left arm forward and then the right arm behind. Turn to look past the left fingertips. Warrior Two. Warrior Two can be viewed as a strong and powerful posture. We are building strength in our legs and in the feet. Consider the role of the root chakra in this posture. How is the root chakra impacting other areas of the body as we explore Warrior Two? Perhaps considering the role that the core plays. Straighten through the left leg and turn the toes to face the corners of the mat. So left and right toes are facing the corners. Send the arms from left to right. Step your feet so that way they are roughly under the wrist points. So you may need to adjust your stance a bit. Hands can rest now on the waist. Breathe in. And on the exhale, drop your center, bending at the knees, pressing into the whole foot, especially the edges of the feet, as the knees may want to turn in. Find ways to ground down, finding stability in the stance. Hands float in front of your body. On our next breath in, send the hands up and overhead as we straighten through the legs. Exhale to float the hands back down, bending at the knees. 2 more times. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in to rise up. Turn your right toes to the right so they are now facing what was the back edge of our mat. Pivot on the left foot. Toes point in and the heel points out. Begin to bend into your front leg. Checking in with your foundation, perhaps feeling the foot to earth connection. Noticing the muscles of the legs turning on. Paying attention to the role that the hips are playing in this posture. And now turning your attention to the pelvis. Perhaps visualizing sending the tailbone down to the ground while creating a lovely lift in our heart space. Breathe in. And then on the next breath out, we open up to a Warrior Two. Turn to look past your right fingertips. Let's stay here for a couple of breath cycles. Breathe in. And then on the next breath out, straighten through the right leg. Turn the right toes in. Let's heel toe our feet a couple of times so that way our feet are wider than our hips and about as wide as our yoga mat. Turn your toes out, the heels point in. We are preparing for a low squat. Have your yoga block or similar sized object ready just in case you would like to use it. Now bring your hands to prayer position, loop your shoulders, and then tuck in the chin slightly. Breathe in. And then on our exhale, begin to bend at the knees, tracing the knees over the feet, maintaining length in the back body as best as possible. Sinking lower and lower. Feel free to place your hands on the ground for support. If the heels begin to lift away from the mat, let them. If it is available, place a whole foot on the ground. Option to place a yoga block under the seat. Continue to lift your chest away from the ground, so maintaining length here. And once you are settled in this low squat, feel free to bring your hands to prayer position if they are not already there. Bring your elbows to the insides of your thighs. Press your elbows into your thighs and then the thighs press into the elbows. This can help create more stability in the pose. While we are here, I invite you to think of your feet as roots, establishing a strong and beautiful connection to the earth beneath us. We are here for 3 breath cycles. Release your hands to the earth. Swim your hands behind you to support you as we come to a seated position on the mat. For our final posture, you have 2 options. You can remain in a cross-legged seat, or you can come to extended child's pose. For extended child's pose, let's make our way to all fours. Bring the big toes together, the knees go wide. Hands reach forward as we sit back towards the heels. Breathe in to lightly lift up onto the fingertips. Exhale to release. Forehead to the earth or to a yoga block. Can you feel the weight of your body sinking deeper towards the earth on each breath cycle? Maybe we play around with sending breath to that red ball of light at the base of our spine as we breathe in. And perhaps as we breathe out, we send the breath to the fingertips. I invite you to play around with the breath here. Whenever you are ready, press into your foundation and slowly rise up. Make your way to a seated position on your mat if you are not already there. Draw your hands together and then to your heart. Bow your head. Permission to close your eyes if that feels safe. Taking a moment to notice how you feel. Do you feel supported, grounded, connected, calm? It is okay if the answer is no. The tools of yoga can help us find some balance in our internal ecosystem. You may have found certain postures were more grounding than others today. That is okay. Our experiences are unique. It is my hope that you learned a little bit more about the root chakra and the very important role that it plays in our well-being. No matter what is going on around you right here, right now, know that the tools of yoga are here to support you. I am here, and you are there for yourself. Breathe in and out. Wishing you a beautiful day. Namaste.